What's up? Tonight, I'm just gonna talk. I got something kind of in the pipeline. Not really, not at all. Shouldn't even have said that. Anyway, I got hash browns. Look at that. With 2 fried eggs in the bowl. I got a bowl full of Taco Bell hot sauces. Every flavor but hot, I think. I see fire, I see mild and Diablo, of course. But I don't see any hot in here, which is exactly as intended. I have my LaCroix. Lime flavor, which is the worst flavor, but I feel it's what I deserve. To your right, to my left, is a little seagull gif. Behind me is my old microphone and my top banana statue. And I'm just going to talk for like 20 minutes. I don't know about what. I don't have any topics prepared. Actually, let's start off by, let's apply this sauce to my hash browns that I made myself. I cooked them. I like hash browns to be very, 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 very undercooked. And eggs, too. Actually, I like most food to be chewy. I like steak to be rare. I like eggs over easy, or even sunny side up some days. I like my hash browns extremely, extremely gooey, stretchy. Bacon, I like to be pretty much taffy. No, taffy's not good. What's something like long and stretchy and like flat? Taffy. I like foods undercooked. That's just my personal preference. And maybe undercooked isn't the right word. I just like stuff rare. I like stuff chewy. I don't like to have to use my teeth too much. Here's another thing I like. And I think this is a debate that could rage on. Like, okay, there's internet debates, right? All-time famous internet debates. Caught it. You know, like the Pokemon Lions thing. I'm not going to talk about that. It's not worth talking about. Pokemon will obviously win. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? I think one of them could be, what do you eat macaroni with? With a fork? Or a spoon? Do you eat mac and cheese? I like Kraft mac and cheese. And I'm not talking about like... Okay. There's a difference between like Kraft or Annie's mac and cheese. Like Easy Mac you put in the fucking microwave. And like gourmet stuff with breadcrumbs. Okay? There's a huge difference between those two things. I'm talking about, very specifically, the most rancid, unbelievably bad for you mac and cheese that there is. The less real animal parts in it is what, like, it's the better, in this case. Do you use a fork or a spoon? I would honestly say the split fork-spoon is probably 90-10. More people use a fork than a spoon. In fact, the only reason I really care about this debate so much is because I'm a spoon user. I'll just be out and say it. I'm just going to say it. There's no need to hide. I'm just going to say it. I prefer the spoon for a mac and cheese. And I always will. And it's not just like, oh, I'm cool and different, look at me. That's not what it's about, okay? That isn't. It's not about that. I honestly think that people who stand by the stupid fork, die on that hill, carry that flag into any battle. I think they're just doing it blindly because that's what they're used to and they don't want to admit they're wrong because it's like, it's obviously you use a spoon for mac and cheese. And don't even start with the spaghetti argument. Wait, you don't use spoon for spaghetti. Yeah, I don't use spoon for fucking eggs. I don't use a fork for fucking noodles. No, wait, I don't use a fork for fucking banana. Do you? No, because that's stupid, and obviously stupid, and it's different. But mac and cheese is a food you want to shovel. You want to shovel mac and cheese in. You do. It's not the kind of... This is why I made the differentiation between like gourmet breadcrumbs shit and like easy bake shit. Because it's the point of it isn't to savor it. It's to like satisfy the itch in your brain for something disgusting and foul. You know what I mean? Satisfy the part of your brain that wants you to have like a body like this with a chin like this, you know? That's what I'm talking about here. Right? A gourmet mac where you want to take your time and there's all sorts of weird flavors you never tasted, but for some reason they all go together perfectly. You look like Remy Rat with the fireworks exploding behind you. You want to use a fork for that because you want to take your time. But with fucking Kraft, no. Don't be stupid. No one cares that much. I just don't get it. I don't get the fascination with eating Kraft mac and cheese with a fork. I don't get it. But that's just me. And I'm obviously not that hung up on it. I get it. People are just stuck in their old ways. People grew up with one way and they don't want to switch. I get it. I really do. I really understand. Okay. Enough bullshit. Enough of this mac and cheese shit. Enough of this. I think we should talk about Parks and Recreation versus The Office. No. Well, maybe. I think for some reason The Office just has much more of a lasting impact on the internet. They're close. There is stuff from Parks and Rec that's in the zeitgeist or whatever. That I don't know if that's what that means. There's stuff from Parks and Recreation that has an impact on culture to this day. You know, there's the GIF of Chris Pratt being like, you know what I mean? Like that. There's the I've looked at this for 5 hours. That's from, but it's like The Office is like unmatched almost. It's like The Office and SpongeBob. Those are the only two with any level of it's the only two even slightly comparable. In terms of like memes. I'm trying to avoid using that word, but that's what I'm talking about. And it's like, should you gauge a show's quality based on how many memes get made out of it? I think so. And I'm not kidding. I think in this day and age, that's a sure sign of objective quality as anything else. I mean, what else could I measure it by? I can't measure it by like how many times it made me laugh because that's not objective. You know? I love all sorts of shit that no one else likes, and other people love shit that I don't like. It's not objective. So we have to gauge it in some sort of objective means, and so it's objectively true that The Office has many more memes made out of it. It's just much more quotable. It's much more digestible quickly. It's easier to understand what's going on. I think readability is very over... I'm trying to think. Like quick readability. I don't think that's as cracked up as people say. Because if you really boil down what an image, like what a SpongeBob image macro meme is, like how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? It's like, okay, that's a very funny image, and that's a very funny, interesting topic. But it's a fish, and it's a bunch of weird fish, and they're under the water, and you're like, what? Like how many? Like if everyone hadn't watched SpongeBob as a kid, no one would have any fucking clue what the fuck is going on. You think there's fish hooks jokes being made on the internet? No. No. There aren't fishhooks memes being made. Even though it's a fish shit. Because if you put fishhook shit in here, you'd be like, what the fuck? What are these fish doing? Like, fish can't speak. I know that. I don't think readability has anything to do with that. I feel like that's the last thing. I think it's just familiarity. But people always be like, well, if you want to have a successful meme, it has to be easily recognizable. Well, no, not easily recognizable. That's what I'm saying. It has to be recognizable. It has to be easily readable. You have to be able to tell exactly what's happening in 2 seconds. No, that's not at all what you have to have. You have to have something that's familiar. You have to have an IP that everyone already knows. You have to have a situation happen that everyone knows. And then you have to have characters that everyone already knows have that situation. Like, you know what I mean? And this is for a very specific subset of memes. You know, I'm not talking about like the anime kid who had like the magic Mickey Mouse hand wand and he points it at people. I'm not talking about that. Because that's a different type of meme. That's not really a meme. That's just a funny video. Before, you know, like the parrots and like dogs with rainbow colors behind them with impact font, those would have never been called memes. Those would have just been called funny videos. It would have been called a viral video. You know, there weren't meme pages on Instagram. But like the meme kid who screams about having anime power, that could have existed and been just as viral some 20 years ago. Posted on E-Bombs World or something. And E-Bombs World is before my time. Like, that's the thing. The E-Bombs World generation is old. I'm from the Instagram generation. I'm 21 years old. It's 2021. I was 13 when Vine started. I'm the adults now. We are the adults. We're the generation that's like all this shit is going to be like I'm going to see like the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. That's going to be like, that is to me what like the fucking dog of wisdom is till like 20 years from now. People are going to be like, what the fuck is this? But it's going to be like, it's going to go down in history. It is. You know, Charlie bit my finger. That's the fucking Donkey Kong gets squished by a Game Boy video. That's what we're working with here. So anyway, like I was saying, Parks and Rec is better than The Office, I think. But, of course, that's in direct contrast to what I'm saying. But I never was trying to make an objective argument. I'm just one guy. Look at me. Do I really look like the kind of guy who can make an objective statement about anything? With this hair? With this facial hair? What the hell? What the hell is that on your face, dude? I look like Trae Young upside down. Excuse me. That was rude. Why would I make fun of a guy who's extremely successful and extremely talented? I don't know, because I'm jealous? Because I'm insecure? Because I'm delusional? No, none of those things. It was just a simple joke. And I like Trae Young a lot. I'm not a Hawks fan, but it's hard not to root for the Hawks. The Hawks are like the Mariners of the NBA. And I'm a huge Mariners fan. Maybe you don't need to read so deeply into things. Maybe I can just make jokes. Maybe I can just say things about people I'll never meet and never talk to. Trae Young is the same as like SpongeBob. Trae Young and fucking Dwight Schrute from The Office are the same to me. Because I will never meet them. They are equally as fictional. You know? In fact, I probably would be more excited to meet Dwight Schrute than Trae Young. And I like Trae Young, I just said. But Dwight Schrute doesn't exist. So I'd be like, what? Listen. I understand what I sound like. I sound like a total crackpot. I know that. And there's obviously like a thick layer of like, I don't even fucking know over all of this. There's a layer of something. And don't say the I word. Don't say that. The word's overused. And people are always like, that's not the right definition. Well, then what is the right definition? Why don't you go take the next step and educate me? You can't come up to me, I'm fishing in a fucking pond, and be like, you're fishing wrong. You're never going to catch a fish that way. Then leave. Okay, thanks for telling me. Now tell me how to fish correctly. I want to know. I don't want to be wrong. I'd rather not be wrong. So why don't you explain? But no one does. And you don't want to know why? So do I. I don't know. Why should I act like I know? I don't know why. There's only one example. There's only one example of something or some joke being made about misusing the word, the I word, which I'm not going to say, but you know exactly what word I'm just talking about. There's only one example of that word being used. I can't. I'm gonna move on. Oh God, I don't want to eat that anymore. Oh, there's so much. Why did I make that many hash browns? It's at midnight. What was I thinking? And I have to do all the dishes for making it. I don't even want this many hash browns. Who would want this many hash browns? Oh. Oh God. Oh. I can't throw them away. That's such a waste. Oh, maybe I can put them in the fridge. Oh God. And this is the worst flavor of LaCroix. Who bought this? Lime? Why don't you just get lime soda? At least with the tangerine or birthday cake, there's nothing close that tastes delicious. There's no 7-Ups equivalent to birthday cake LaCroix or whatever the fuck. Whatever that awful flavor is. Like, this is worse. Ugh. You know what LaCroix is? You know what LaCroix is? It's watching your favorite TV show. No, you know what LaCroix is? It's when you were in Spanish class and the teacher would put on a movie for like movie day, but they would play it in Spanish with Spanish captions. And you're like, okay, well, I mean, I've been in this class long enough, and I've seen this movie before. I've seen fucking Finding Nemo before. I don't need to hear all the dialogue, but it's not the same. It feels weak. You almost wish, just teach me more. And no teacher wants to have that. No teacher in their right minds wants kids to think, oh God, just please teach me. Instead of this. Just let me open my textbook, please. Oh my God, I can't even, I'm going to vomit. If I ever become a teacher and any student thinks that for any second, I've failed and I should quit. I should retire. And that's what this is. Oh God, just give me a glass of water. Just give me a glass of water. I don't need ice. Make it 75 degrees. Scoop it out of a hot tub. I don't care. I don't want this garbage. But why do I drink it so much? It's not like faster than water. I mean, water, you get a cup, you put it. Is it the dishes that I don't want? Why do I drink this instead of just getting I don't care about tap water. It's not that I'm afraid that tap water is gross and disgusting. I will drink from a puddle. I don't care. That's not what it is. Why do I drink this? I hate it. I hate this. Is it because you know why? Because I think burps are funny. That's what it is. It's like Pavlovian. It's like every time I drink this, I burp. And that's funny, and so that makes me laugh, and that's like positive reinforcement. I drink this, I burp, I laugh. I drink this, I laugh. I drink this, I feel good. It's bullshit. I don't want this. Oh God! And then I just did that. Like what the? What are you gonna drink from the tap? Anyone else's bullshit? Okay, I always did this as a kid. I always did this. That's really hard to get off. Okay, I always tore this off, and then I would drop it in the can, right? And my mom and dad would be so mad, and they wouldn't sometimes they wouldn't let me drink it. They'd be like, "Could you put it in there? You can't drink that. You're gonna choke." No, they're right. They're right. I can't even fake get mad. I can't even disingenuously get mad because it's just obviously that's so true. It's a fucking soda. It's a 7-Pop. I don't care. I would rather not choke, even if it's a slim chance, and I should be trusted not to choke in situations like that. I still am an idiot asshole. There's so much footage showing exactly how much of an idiot asshole I am on this channel, and I've only been doing this for a month. Oh God, I don't want to eat this. I don't want to eat these hash browns. Okay, well, I said I was only going to do this for 20 minutes. Then midway, I was like, maybe I should just do this till I'm done with these hash browns. But I'm not going to eat these fucking hash browns. I'm not going to eat these. I can't eat these tonight. I can't even eat. I need a shave. What am I doing with this? What is this? You know when it's time to make a change appearance wise, when it looks bad in the mirror. This isn't a mirror. This is a camera. So that's different. I'm not saying when you see yourself and it looks bad, you should change it, because cameras lie to you. That's just obvious. Everyone knows that. The camera is a liar. Cameras and like cosmetic magazines and fashion models have a fucking in with each other, so that cameras always make you look like shit, so you'll want to improve your appearance. Even though everyone doesn't. You don't look like how you look on camera. You look like how you look in the mirror. Everyone knows that. It's this whole big conspiracy, and some brave souls get away from it. I think like the front-facing camera on your iPhone, they're not like tapped into that. They just show you how you actually look. Listen, okay? I am a very weird-looking person on camera, but in real life, I'm as cute as this seagull on my left and your right. I am. Everyone knows that. Okay. You know, I ignored someone in chat. Someone wrote howdy in chat, and I just straight up ignored him. I read it. I saw that. But I don't care. What am I going to talk to you? Oh, what's up, Silver the Shy? What's up? It's so I was in the middle of talking here. That's why streaming sucks. It's not like when you're doing a stand-up routine in front of a live audience. No one shouts out without concern. And if they did, it'd be fucking annoying. But here's the thing, though. You can't ignore that in life. Because sound plus sound is a cacophony. Sound plus text is a book. Good night.